Hello everybody, this is Christina from Serenity Fibers. Welcome to episode 4 of the Serenity Fibers podcast. Returning viewers, thank you for joining me again. And newcomers, if you like my episode, hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up. We're going to go right into the shop update. I have a lot to say, a lot to show you, a lot of things that have been happening, and I haven't podcasted in a while, so it's just kind of accumulated for this episode. So we're gonna go right into the shop updates. There's not a lot to update because last month we did the Tits Out Collective, and I reserved a lot of my inventory for pre-orders for that colorway, which was if I want exposure, I'll get my Tits Out. Knitting Knockers was my version, and I believe I do. If you wait at the end, you'll be able to go and see the actual colorway in person or via video. But I did go and spend most of July just kind of playing around every so often, dyeing some here, dyeing some there, basically playing around with techniques that I have not used that I've been wanting to use, techniques that produce the same end outcome from as the techniques that I'm already using. I kind of wanted to see how it was, kind of like, you know, this versus that, which one do I like best. I also got a few new colors, so I wanted to go and kind of test them out, see how they were doing, what the colors look like, mix them up, see new colors that I can create. Such like that. So there are some that are actually going to go up into the shop, and these are going to be one of a kind unless somebody would like me to go and do some more for them and they would like to get them, but these are going to remain as one of a kinds. I'm actually thinking about adding another section into my shop. Just not sure what to call it. These will be skeins that I come up with when I'm just playing around in the studio, when I'm, you know, the yarn is great, the colors are fabulous. It's just, they're not exactly repeatable colorways. They might be in the future, but these are skeins that I'm creating colorways. I'm learning or doing new techniques, trying to see what I like, what I don't like, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, colorways that are in progress of becoming repeatable colorways. So I have actually two that in the merino worsted base, which is 217 or 218 yards, 100 gram skeins, merino worsted, 100% superwash merino. And I haven't named these as yet, but these will be one of a kinds. They will also be in the section of one of a kinds unless I add a new section to my shop, which I'm thinking something like, I don't know, play studio, play dye studio, something like that. Fun lab. I'm not exactly sure. Names have been popping up in my head. I just haven't really settled on one. But if you have a suggestion, just comment down below. But we have this pretty light green with lots and lots of speckles. I was actually playing with colors, green and purple, a little bit of brown, and this another type of green that I wanted to see how it did with the speckling. Also, with this skein, or these two skeins, there's speckling throughout the skein. Instead of it being in certain spots, I was trying to go for an all-around speckle so that when you're knitting it, there's speckling everywhere instead of in strips or a little bit here, a lot here. I was trying to do it more uniform in these skeins, which it was actually a pretty good result. So there you go. Close up of those speckles. right. Here's the other skein. And the complete opposite of these two skeins is a lavender version. Same speckling, just the base is a lavender. And you have brown speckles, green speckles, actually two types of green speckles. A little bit of the lavender speckling happening here. And I have two. And this is also in the merino worsted base. And here's the other skein. All right. Next up, this is also one of a kind for right now. I have not named this. I was playing around with a new brown that I had gotten. And I love it. I love it. I actually want to go and dye this on the fingering weight that I carry. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. As of right now, I only have this in the merino worsted. I will come up with a name soon. I might even put it up on Instagram, see if there's anybody who has any suggestions for names, because I don't, nothing pops up to mind, so we'll see. And there's two of these, and I love this base. Oh, I'm really stopping myself from knitting myself a sweater. It's in the works, you know, later on, but there are several things that I want to complete and finish before I get to doing a sweater or a cardigan for me. So it's coming. It's coming. The next two colors that I have had for a little while. I just didn't want to put them in the shop because I had dyed them specifically for my Fibreshare partner, the one that I was sending to. And I custom dyed these for her because, you know, according to the colors that she really likes. And they are so beautiful. I actually dyed them in batches of 2 because I wanted to see how it would look in the fingering weight yarn. The merino sock weight that I have, but I gave her 2 skeins, one each of these 2 colors in the merino worsted weight because she loves knitting in merino worsted. So this one is Serenity Rose. It's a beautiful pink. Beautiful pink. It actually looks a lot brighter in the video than it actually looks in person. And oh, maybe just about right there is a good depiction of the colors. And then, so this one is Serenity Rose. And then the other skein, the other colorway that I had custom dyed for her is Rosewood, which is a lovely, warm, taupey brown color. And I love this. I love this color. I so love this color. It looks even better on the merino worsted. I don't know why. The brown, the taupey brown in it is so much more richer in the merino worsted for some odd reason. I don't know. It must be because it's 100% merino versus the merino and nylon. But, I mean, it looks beautiful here, but I am dying to go and dye some more of the rosewood on the merino worsted. So here we go. And as you can see, they look beautiful together. Beautiful together. Just beautiful. I'm actually thinking that this might look good. I do have another color called Remember Me Not on the merino single. I've been wanting to dye this on the merino, on the fingering merino sock base that I have. And this, I'm wondering if this would actually look gorgeous. These three colors would look just gorgeous together. So I actually might do that to go and see how these look together, because that's Serenity Rose and Rosewood will also be in the shop. I only have one of each for now, but if you want more yardage or even any one of my colorways on another base than it actually is provided in the shop, all you have to do is email me or go and message me on Etsy. If you want me to dye it on another base or dye a bigger batch, so if you're going to need 2 or 3 more than there is in the shop, just email me. I'm always happy to go and get those done for you. All right, there is another thing, 3 other colorways that I'm really excited about providing for the shop. So I have decided that I am going to do an edition colorway. It's called Take Heart Edition colorways. I've only gone through 3 colorways so far, 3 editions, and I think there's going to be about 13 in total. So the idea, the inspiration for these colorways was a book that I read to my kids. We love reading the book. I think I got this book for them Christmas, actually. I think it was last Christmas. And they love this book. And it is so visually pleasing. Just the colors are wonderful. It's like watercolored colors. I mean, even though there's some really dark colors in there, of course. But this is the book. It's Take Heart, My Child by Ainsley Earhart. Now, I have already gone through, of course, 3 pages, 3 colorways, which the first one is Dreamed a Love Song. And that colorway, Dreamed a Love Song, is these 2 I have. This is the Merino Singles. And Fingering. Single ply and fingering weight yarn. And I love it. I love it. It looks so beautiful. And then this is the worsted weight version, the merino worsted. And it is so beautiful, so beautiful. So of course, my inspiration was this picture. And I have hit the sand, the water, and the sky. I even did a light gray-ish speckling to represent the birds on it, and I love the effect on it because I didn't want really dramatic speckles on this, because it wasn't meant, this picture is not meant to have, you know, dramatic gashes, you know, on it. So I really wanted a light speckling, and only in certain places, of course, which was representing the sky. So let's see if I could get you a good speckling action here. See over here? Now it doesn't have a lot of speckling, it only has a little bit, and they are faintly gray tone speckling. And it is, I love this game. I love these 2. They're my favorites. Actually, I think the next one's pretty good too, so I can't say that this one is exactly my favorite, but it's much loved. See, there's some speckling over here, some faint speckling over here, if it will focus clearly enough. Right. And it's just gorgeous. I love it. Okay, I do not have it dyed as of yet in the merino sock base, but if you do want some in the merino sock base, just email me or message me on Etsy and I will go and dye that up for you, okay? The next addition is Butterfly Sea. And I'm hoping this picture will be clear enough that there's a lot of blue and blue-green in the sea. So, this is the version of Butterfly Sea on the merino singles, but Butterfly Sea on merino silky singles. And just look at that. I love this pink purple action that is happening on this skein. It is just beautiful and it plays so well with the blue green in the skein. It has a little bit of yellow, since the picture has a little bit of yellow, but it doesn't have as much as this, as Dream the Love Song. Actually, these two colorways would do wonderful in a fade. They pair really well together. But here is Butterfly Sea. This doesn't have any speckles at all, because I really wanted to get all the colors in there and really show the mixing of the colors and the colors flowing from one to the other. And there you go. This one is the one on merino worsted base. See? And that's an actually good mix of all the colors right over there and how well they play together. But it is so soft and I love that. Merino worsted base is so soft. It is so squishy. I can't wait. I can't wait until I get to knit with it. It is beautiful. And as you can see, this is Butterfly Sea and Dream the Love Song back next to each other. And they would do wonderful with each other. This would be a great fade. All right. The next addition to the colorway is By Your Side. And this is the colorway on the merino silky singles. And I love the speckling on this one. I love, love, love the speckling. I really wanted, let's see if we could get a better picture for you that won't white out on you. There we go. I love, love, love the speckling action on this. It is just gorgeous. And the speckling is actually supposed to represent the butterflies that are flying over the sea. But it is just beautiful. Here is By Your Side in the merino worsted. And the speckles are gorgeous on this base as well. And the yarn is so squishy. I'm going to be harping on merino worsted for a while. Okay, so those are all the shop updates. I'm going to continue with the Take Heart Edition colorways. I'm probably going to be doing about 3 or 4 colorways, or update 3 or 4 colorways at once. I will go and take pictures of all of them spontaneously with each other, combos, things that would look good together, because a lot of these pictures, of course, will me doing the colorways off of the pictures will actually do really good kits, probably, or even fades or combos that would just look wonderful together. I'm actually really excited about doing the next few colorways because I've been dying to get to this picture right over here because I am in love with this fuchsia purple. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so we are going to go and head over to, or start the acquisitions. There's a lot of things that have happened in the past month, and I got a whole bunch. So first thing is Fibreshare. Fibreshare happened and it ended, and I got my package from Lisa. I adore everything that she got me. It is just wonderful. Okay, so she got me some yarn. She was asking me some questions, you know, just, of course, if you don't know about Fibreshare, go to Fibreshare and read all about it. They swap, basically you are assigned somebody that you're going to send yarn to, and someone is assigned to you that's going to send yarn to you. So you really get two partners. Lisa was the lady who gave yarn to me. So of course, when you get your partner and you're picking out yarn and things that they would like, you're asking a lot of questions back and forth, things that they like, because you're trying to get something that they would like. And she did fantastic with knowing what I would like. Well, I mean, I like high-end yarn, but I also love just yarn that comes out of the mill, and yarn that you could smell that smells like sheep. So she got me some yarn, and of course she had asked, you know, would I like anything, because she's from Canada, if I would like anything from Canada. And I was like, well, what about some yarn from Canada, you know, that's actually originated from Canada, either by dye or animals that were raised in Canada, you know. So she got me Briggs Little Heritage yarn. It's a 2-ply 100% pure wool. Not sure if it is merino. It's wool. I don't know if it's superwash. It doesn't actually say it's superwash. It is actually Briggs & Little Woolen Mill. It's from a mill, Briggs & Little Woolen, in Canada. And you could see the VM in here. You know this just came off the farm and from a mill. It is wonderful. It has a sheepy smell, and you could even feel the lanolin that's in here. So of course, once I knit it, once I wash it, it's going to soften up because there's still lanolin in here. So I can't wait. And so she gave me two. She got me two, and of course I love green, and she got me green. It's so wonderful. So don't know what I'm gonna make with them yet. I was actually thinking about doing another cow because my head's stuck in cows. I was also thinking about maybe adding in another contrasting yarn, maybe a lighter yarn or even darker yarn. Even though this is pretty dark, probably would be best if I stick with like a lighter yarn to contrast with. Do a cow. Maybe some mitts and hats. Not sure on that. Still in the idea wheels are turning. But she also gave me some minis from Heels and Toe Rilana Flot Sock. It is 75% superwash wool, 25 polyamide, 105 meters, 25 grams. So I could use them for toes and heels, which would be awesome because they're designed for that. They have nylon in them. But there's also a blouse that I've been wanting to do, and it's been on the back burner. I want to get through with a lot of things before I even start something like that, because it's fingering weight yarn, It is a blouse, and it has a main color, but it also has strips of different colors, which you can choose one color, or you can alternate between different colors. So I kind of, this is exactly what I thought of when I saw these. So I was just like, that might end up in there. And I also got another mini from Malabrino, which coincidentally, and of course she didn't even know this because I don't think I ever mentioned this on Instagram or YouTube or anywhere, but apparently we were in sync or something, because I have been eyeing this, and I have been refraining from buying this exact colorway, but I've been eyeing it for some while. And it is, the colorway is Siren, I believe. Sirenas. And it's a little mini. It is 10 grams. It's 100% superwash. It is a single ply yarn. It is blues, greens, and I've actually been eyeing this colorway for some time, and I haven't bought it yet. And she is so wonderful. She picked exactly the colorway that I was looking for. It's so weird. She knew what I liked. So there we go. Okay, so she also gave me some stitch markers. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So I got some new stitch markers. I can't wait to use them. Right? She also gave me a keychain, a Canadian Moose keychain. I'm also going to be putting these on my new project bag, which you will learn of in just a few minutes. Just keep watching. She also gave me a whole bunch of teas. I've already drank some. I'm actually drinking one of them right now. It is maple apple cider herbal tea, and it smells delicious. It smells delicious. It's from Stash. She also gave me some white tea, winter tea, and just, I've been drinking some of them, so some of them are no longer here because they're so good. I love tea, so I can't show you all of them. She got me some candy, some Canadian candy. She got me some wonderful toffee, some gum wine, and coffee crisps are just fantastic. I love it. I think I actually posted it on Instagram a little while ago. And she also, which is wonderful, she also got me a dye book. A dye book where I could go and record my recipes, my repeatable colorways, recipes that I've actually perfected and will continue going on in the future. So I'm so happy that I could start using. I've been actually planning to go and start recording all of my colorways and transferring them over to here, so I could just open it up, and they're in plastic sleeves, so when I'm dyeing and I accidentally, you know, dribble water, because of course when you're a dyer, and you'll know this if you ever dye any yarn or fiber, water gets everywhere because there's water everywhere. The other acquisition I got was from the Tits Collective. I actually got two packages from two different artists. The first one was from Starseed Yarns. Her name is Marta. She lives in California, and she is a beautiful, wonderful dyer. Her work is wonderful. You should go and check her out. She has an Instagram feed, and she also has a shop on Etsy. And she was part of the Tits Collective as well as I was. So I wanted to go and participate and buy some yarn, and I chose some of her yarn because it looks so beautiful. And it's all caked up, so I'm sorry, but you can always go to my Instagram feed and you'll be able to actually see what it looked like in the skein and while I got it, because I was extremely excited when I had it, or when I got the package. But this is If I Want Exposure, I'll Get My Tits Out, 18 Years Cancer Free. And I got 2, and they came with 2 minis, which are a single ply. I'm assuming it feels like it's merino, 100% merino. They came along with these. I'm not using them yet. I'm actually using them for something else. So I'm saving them. And then of course the other thing that I got from the Tits Out Collective was from Handmade by Jayney. She also has her own Etsy shop and Instagram, which is Handmade by Jayney. And it is a project bag. And I love this project bag. It was so hard to pick what print that I wanted. She had so many gorgeous, gorgeous different bags. And so I settled on this one. I had help from Instagram, friends, community friends from Instagram to help me pick and decide which bag I wanted, because there's about 4 that I really wanted, and I couldn't get 4. I just, I could only get 1. So this is the one I got, and I love it. I love it. Here's the inside. It is a drawstring bag. It actually holds, it's gonna hold a whole bunch. I mean, right now it only has my my 2 skeins in it, but it holds a decent amount. So we're gonna also get back to that in just a little bit. Well, actually, those were the acquisitions that I acquired in the last month. So we're gonna go right on to, let's actually do finish objects. So, which I'm really excited about. So I finished some ankle socks for me on my self-striping yarn, which is in the colorway Vineyard. Yes. So I made myself some ankle socks. They're pretty vanilla socks. I did go and use the double gussets on the bottom because I'm really liking that technique. The only difference, of course, that I did with these is that I did this twisted stitch rib, 1x1 twisted stitch rib, right in the middle, because I really wanted it to grab my foot. I wanted to see how it looked. But everything else is the same as the other sock that I showed you, I believe, last podcast on my episode 3. Of course, and then of course I bound off. I did a 2x2 ribbing, and I think I actually bound off a little too loosely, because it's not grabbing my ankle, which I don't really mind, because these socks are actually going to be ones that I just wear around the house anyways. And this whole sock actually fits nicely, so it doesn't actually matter if this is a little loose, because it fits just fine and it stays on, so it doesn't really bother me. I didn't think binding off too loosely was a thing with socks, but apparently it is, because of course you bind off loosely so that you can pull the sock on. So yeah, there we go. And I am loving how this colorway goes. See, I have a few self-striping socks in my shop, and I'm actually going to make some more because I'm getting low on some. Redo some of the colorways that that have been bought or are no longer in the shop, and then maybe come out with a few more. That's my plan. But this is how those self-striping socks, or the self-striping yarn, would look like if you knit some socks. Of course, if you were knitting something that is a lot wider, and especially if it's in the round, it's probably not going to look like this. It's going to look a little bit different. But this is how it would be with a smaller circumference on socks. it would probably, you might actually have the stripes going further away from each other if it was a bigger piece or a bigger project. But there you go. And this is my other sock. I actually matched up the socks, and this is one of the reasons why I do my self-strapping socks the way I do, is because, let me see if I could show you a good example of this. When I do my self-strapping socks, or at least this version of my self-strapping socks, what I do is, this is the main color, which is the blue. Then it starts traveling up to green, which is, you know, let's call it color A. Yellow, color B. This brighter blue, which is different from the main blue, color C. Then it goes back to color B, and then to the yellow, and then color A to the green, and then the main color. The reason why I do this is that when I love knitting socks two at a time, toe up two at a time. I have second sock syndrome. The reason why, especially let's do these socks. These socks don't follow the color progression exactly the same. It will go from color A to color B to color C, and then back to color A, B, C, instead of going up and then back down. It just starts another repeat. And because of that, even though you really can't see it here because the colors blend very well together, they are a little bit different. And for knitters who want their socks to be exactly the same, I dye my self-strapping colorways exactly that way, so that if you got one ball, one skein of the self-strapping yarn, you can knit 2 socks at a time, one from the center, one string from the outside, match up the green portion, or color A, which is what I did with my 2 socks, and then knit 2 at a time from the center and the outside, and your socks will be the same. You will start doing, while you're knitting, you will touch up on color A on both of the socks at the same time, which is the reason why I do the self-strapping socks this way, because they are in general the same. Which actually probably will be this way. There we go. There you go. Now, of course, the colors will shift spontaneously from each other, but they will look the same. All right, so that's my finished object. That's actually my only finished object so far. I'm also going to show you something that I am going to frog, not because I didn't like it. Well, because I didn't like it, but it's not because I didn't like it. It's because it turned out a little bit too big than I had expected. I did the math, I did the swatch. The pattern, the brioche, is so stretchy. So that is the reason why I'm going to frog it and then just redo it over again. Let me give you a good visual. Okay, so this is, of course, the brioche cowl that I was making some time ago. I love it. I want to finish this, but what I was imagining was something just a tad bit longer. Okay, so I'm almost at the end of the skein. Sorry for my yarny, tangly mess, but so I was wearing it, I was putting it on, kind of gauging, you know, how it was. And let's see if I could get you a good view. So of course it goes around my shoulders, which is something that I wanted it to do, but it is too loose around my shoulders. I wanted it to be right here. So all of this is extra, which I didn't want. And I mean, that's a lot of fabric. That's a lot of yarn. So if I could decrease this, that's the reason why I'm frogging this, is so that I can decrease this, and instead of all of this yarn being here, it's going to make it a lot longer, because I wanted this cowl to be able to scrunch up at the neck, do lots of folds, because it will be a longer piece instead of a wider or larger in circumference piece, and I wanted it to be nice and cushiony around my neck, especially during winter time, because even though I live in Texas, it does ice here, and I'm a cold butt. I'm always cold, especially in winter, so I wanted something just nice and squishy and just lots of folded fabric around my neck. So that's the reason why I'm going to frog this, but I will definitely finish it. Alright, so I'm going to also show you my current whips, which the current whip that I have, I already showed you the yarn. It was the Tits Out Collective yarn from Starseed Yarn. And I am actually making a halter top with this, with her yarn. And so, of course, this was the fastest ever that I actually got the yarn in the mail, wound it up, did a little swatch, and it was the first stitch design or stitch pattern that I did, because it's like I instinctively knew exactly what I wanted to make with this, what stitch pattern I wanted to knit this out of. And it looked beautiful and it looked gorgeous. And if you want to go and see my swatch, you could go in on my Instagram under Serenity Fibers, and you'll see the swatch that I made. And I had already decided on the design elements that I wanted for my halter top. Decided on that it was going to be a halter top and how it was going to look. So here is my here is it so far. I'm knitting it from the bottom up. And it is a lace pattern all the way, and it is doing fantastic. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to vigorously block this out. This is also cashmere, and I'm not exactly sure. Oh. Here's the tag, and I just dropped it. I'm too excited right now, I guess. All the things that I've gotten. It is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. And the cashmere content in this is just wonderfully soft. It is wonderful. I can't wait to wear this. Which is, considering when I got the yarn and when I started knitting it, I have done a lot. But this, I'm gonna have to block this vigorously because it stretches very far, which is what I want it to do. And I am hoping my math, considering my swatch and blocking the swatch and doing all the measurements that I needed, I'm hoping that my math is correct and not like the other cow, but hopefully. I've also I've been gauging it. It looks like my math is going to be correct on this, but this is what I've gotten done so far. It's from the bottom up, so it's going real quick, and I'm loving knitting with this, and it's so wonderful, especially with all the colors that are on the skein. You're knitting and you're going from one color to the next, and it's, even if I was knitting just plain stockinette stitch, it would keep my interest because of all the colors and the beautiful colors that you're just knitting through. It's beautiful. I mean, just look at that. Look at those colors. They're beautiful. should show you the front. It's just beautiful, beautiful. It's turning out just beautiful. All right. Now the other current work in progress is not knitting related, it's spinning. It's the video that I am working on now, my spin diary. I have actually completed one bobbin and have done a little bit more than half of the other bobbin. I have not been able to actually knit a lot, well, except this recently, because I knitted my halter top in a very short amount of time because I've been just obsessed with it. But especially for the month of July while Tits Out Collective was going on, I did not have a lot of time to do a lot of knitting. I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of spinning, but I did complete one bobbin. One bobbin's worth of fiber. So I am working on the other bobbin, and this is actually, I was trying to do a fairly thin single, and I'm going to do a 2-ply, and I actually did do pretty well on a thin single, so we'll see how it turns out. And of course, when the video is up on, it'll be up on Spin Diary, so if you want to go and subscribe, hit the little bell so you can be notified when that video comes out. All right, so current work in progress. All right, now I have a very exciting thing that's happening. I'm extremely excited about. So, of course, you saw that I got a bag from Handmade by Jayney, my Tits Out Collective bag. So, Jayney and I have come together to go and do a giveaway collaboration between each other. I will be doing a giveaway, and so will Jayney. So there's going to be several ways that you'll be able to enter in the giveaway. There's going to be 3 ways to enter into this giveaway. And since we're both doing our own separate giveaway, there's going to be 2 chances. Let's say there's going to be 2 giveaways, and for each giveaway there's going to be 3 chances to go and win that one giveaway. So in total there's going to be 6 ways to go and win. There's going to be 2 winners. 1 each for me, 1 each for Jayney. Alright, so what Jayney provided for my end of the giveaway, she provided this lovely handmade project bag, handmade by her. It is beautiful. It's beautiful sheep, and it also has a beautiful lining. It will also come with a DPN holder. Ooh. Let me open it up. All right, and she also includes a little bag with lavender. So if by chance you are allergic, just tell me and I'll go and leave it out. So I don't want anything bad to happen when you go and open up your package. That should be a wonderful surprise. So please inform me if you do not want the lavender in your bag when I send it to you. But this will be included in the giveaway. What else will be included in the giveaway is 1 skein of the merino worsted base that I carry in my Tits Out Collective colorway. It is 218 yards, 100% superwash merino in the worsted base, and it's so squishy and it is so soft. This will be perfect for a hat or gloves or even just like a little cowl if that's what you're looking for. It is wonderful and squishy. The other thing that will also be included into the giveaway is a bundle of minis on my merino sock base. Now I did minis on the Tits Collective colorway. There is going to be 4. Well, there's going to be 5 total, but there's going to be 4 in my Knitty Knockers Tits Collective colorway. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a color. So like if you wanted to do socks, you could do this for the toe heel and cuff. If you wanted to use these minis to do a fade or anything else, that's why it's wonderful that they're in minis, because you could do anything that you want with them. There you go. So you're going to get a skein of worsted weight yarn, 5 minis, which are 75% superwash merino, 25% 25% nylon, and each mini is 93 yards. So you get just about a full skein of my merino sock base in minis. You will also get a bag, handmade by Jayney, with a corresponding DPN holder. So I'm gonna put my bags or my skeins in the bag for you, so you could go and see. So this is the bag with all the yarn in it. See, what I usually do, I actually fold when I'm knitting out of my bag, I actually fold the top up. I fold the top down so that I can fold it all the way down to the balls of yarn, and then just take my project out and knit with it. And then once I'm done with it, I just fold the edges back up, and then put my project in there and, you know, use a drawstring and cinch it up so nothing gets out. But there you go. It's a bag full of yarn. So this will be provided in the giveaway, a bag full of yarn and a DPN holder. All right, now there's going to be 3 ways to enter in to my giveaway, or the giveaway on my side. So what you will need to do is, for YouTube, the first way that you could go and enter in, or your first chance, is to go and hit subscribe to my podcast or my channel, like this video, and then comment down below. The second entry to the giveaway is that head on over to Instagram, go and like the post about the giveaway, and I'll have a picture up. You could just go to my feed, it's under Serenity Fibers. Go and follow me, Serenity Fibers. Go and like the post, and then comment on that post. And then the third way to go and enter, because there's 3 separate entries, you could do all 3 of them, and those are 3 entries. Then the last one is go into my Ravelry group, so it's under Serenity Fibers. Go and join the group, and then go into the thread, which would be episode 4, and leave a comment. So if you do each one of those things, you will have 3 entries by the end. We will do this giveaway for a full week, okay? At the end of the week, the very next day, I will go and pick a winner, and it's going to be completely random. And I will go and DM or message that winner on whichever platform that they so choose, and I will go and blast out the winner. Handmade by Jayney, go and check out her Etsy page, but she will also be doing the giveaway as well. And she will also be going and doing 3 ways to go and enter her giveaway, which I believe her ways will be Instagram, go and subscribe or follow her. go and like the post that she did and then comment on that post. The other one is Facebook. Go and follow her Facebook feed, like her post, and then comment on that post. And then also mailing list, which where you could go and enter in. So you could go and sign up for my giveaway, and you could also go and sign up for her giveaway. So you will have 3 chances, 3 entries to go and win your very own bag of yarn. So that's really everything. That's everything for today, and I'm really excited. I want to know who wins or who the 2 winners are. I'm really excited about this giveaway and this giveaway collaboration because I love Jayney's bags. They're just wonderful. I am so in love with my bag. As soon as I got it, I put my Tits Out collective yarn in it and started using it. So I'm just in love with her yarn, or with her project bags. But she also has a lot of other things on her Etsy page, so you should go and see. But yeah, that is everything for today, and thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.